So, two things have arrived. Number one is armyworms. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to detect them. I'll explain what they are. I'll show you how we kill them, how we treat for them, and a little bit about them. I'll show you something kind of cool. I'll show you my detection trap, and then I'll actually show you some armyworms that I found here on the grass. So I didn't think I had any, but I treated, and sure enough, I had some pop up. The other thing that arrived is the new Green Shocker shirts. My new Green Shocker shirt. That's a pretty sexy shirt there, Doc. Just so you know, so many people ask for like our Humichar shirts. These are just work shirts. They're cheap work shirts. They're printed on both sides, and we put them up on Teespring. I'll link in the description below. I'll be linking to all the products I'm talking about, and I'll link to the t-shirts. I put them up there to zero profit margin. You're allowed to, so you can go get these for like 13 bucks, 13 to 16 bucks. They're just good, cheap work shirts. I get tired of ruining my good fishing shirts, so that's why I order them. Even Ryan says, dude, you need to get me some shirts because I'm ruining all my good t-shirts out here. They're just good, cheap shirts. But this one's kind of cool. I like that logo. So if you're wondering real quick about Green Shocker really is a 2022 product, but we've asked Anderson's to do a sampling run so you guys can get involved. Small bags, not full-size bags, 16-pound bags, and it's an all, you can go and read up about it, but maybe I'll take you out and show you the testing strips of that, because it's an all fast-release granular. It's a really cool product. So anyways, let's get started on armyworms, and maybe I'll throw up that testing strips real quick. So first, let's explain what armyworms are. Armyworms are brought in by migratory moths. So the moths migrate up. They go from south up north as the temperatures increase. So this is about the time of year you'll start to see the moths. I'll show you the moths in my moth catcher in a minute. They come into your legs, and each moth will lay several hundred eggs, and you'll have a little armyworm colony break out. Now those armyworms don't eat roots. They actually eat the grass, but they'll hide in your thatch layer, so you need to treat them a little bit differently. However, one of the products that we use, which is the double kill, once it goes into the soil, will actually kill grubs as well. So you're sort of killing two birds with one stone. But what I like to do is put down the granular double kill, then spray with another spray, and that sort of gets them all, because a lot of these armyworms, they hide in the thatch during the heat of the day. When it cools down, early evening, all through the night, they come out and they feed at night. So there's a lot of times where the sprays, maybe you get a rain and they're not effective anymore, but the granular then kicks in and it is effective. Sorry if I'm not looking at you, but I'm looking for armyworms. And I have found a couple of grubs every once in a while too, not much. But I'm gonna take you over and show you my detection device. I'll put a link to everything I'm talking about down below. All right, so I will link to this Dynatrap. I've had this one for years. I think I've had this, what, 2.5 years now? So it's just a suction-based. Moths get attracted to the fan. They go down in, they get trapped here, and then all I do is I unscrew this. Now what I did is I misted some permethrin inside of there because I could see the live moths inside. So I don't want to open this up and let all the moths out. So let me get it down for you. So I've got all kinds of stages in here. You can see, let's see here. That guy's still alive. That's an armyworm moth. That's an armyworm moth that's alive. That's an armyworm moth that's alive and dying. Now some of these are old. Some of these have been here for a while because I haven't cleaned it in about a month. But when I start to see a lot of these armyworm moths flying around in here, I know it's time. So when I see those moths, I know that my armyworms aren't far behind. So let me show you another detection method. If you have an area that's looking kind of weak on your lawn, you can get a 5-gallon bucket, fill it up with water, and then add about a teaspoon of Dawn. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to flood that area, slowly flood that area. And what's really cool, I did this a couple years ago on a spot, and armyworms just start popping up everywhere. I've already treated out here, so I don't think I'm going to have any armyworms pop up, but let's give it a shot. You'll have to excuse me. I'm shooting this one hand. I'm in a hurry today. So I filled up a bucket with water, put about a teaspoon in there, just mix it up. And then, like I said, I have already treated this area and pounded it. So I don't think there's any armyworms in here. But during the heat of the day, they're going to hide in the thatch. So let's just go over here as an example. And I'll just sort of just, I'm going to flood over here. And you'll see them, they'll just like come, they'll start wiggling right up if you have them. Okay, we're just going to flood the area. I wish one would come up, but I don't think so. This is a good way to go to an area and say, man, that area is looking a little bit thin. Go ahead and flood it with this soapy water. So let's move on to the treatment phase. So it's pretty simple. I put down granular double kill. I like to put it out when there's a dew on the grass. After I put it out, I run my irrigation system. Then I come out with a bottle of something like spectricide or triazicide, and then I spray. So now I've got the grass covered with it, and I've got the granular going down the thatch. And then in a few days, when I get a rain, it'll work in the ground and kill the grubs. So let me go back to an earlier video from this morning when I actually just finished doing these treatments. So one thing I'll do for you, just for the heck of it, I've already done my treatments, but so here's a bottle of spectricide. If I run out of this, I have bulk containers of permethrin, and I'll usually put permethrin in here. Permethrin is very safe for dogs. It is not safe for cats, by the way. But they actually put it on farm animals, cattle, sheep, dogs. They actually don't treat your dog with it. But it's very safe around dogs. But I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this area again. And let's see if we get any more to come up. So here's kind of a funny note. I'm about to do one of my final tomato harvests before we actually go to the beach, and I went inside for about half an hour. And I came back out, and all of a sudden I got more armyworms popping up. So let me go show them to you. I got my scissors. We're gonna go harvest some miters. If you want to watch at the end of this video, I'll probably go ahead and put some miter harvesting on this video for you. So I came back out here. I'll leave the scissors. And I double sprayed on top of the granular. There's one. I'm probably squishing armyworms. And then I grabbed a few of them. Oops. I grabbed a few of them and put them here. How's that looking, huh? Yeah, baby. Dance, dance, dance. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Oh, here's a baby one. Look at the baby. See the baby? The juvenile? There's a juvenile. So after you do a treatment like this, you come out and you just stare at the ground. Do like my Jack Russell does. Just stare at the ground and watch for movement. Get down close, watch for movement. She loves some good armyworms. Some maters. Oh, good Lord. Look at that mater. Look at that mater. That's close. That's got to be 2 pounds. So I got a bunch in here. Look at this. All in here, all down here. I got these I got to take. Look at that. Okay, you can see the green ones. Look at all the green ones. Then I come down, they start to turn red. It's funny. I tell people that I'm pulling 6 to 15 pounds of tomatoes every day out of my garden. And they're just like, you're pulling what? Last week was a record, 79 pounds of tomatoes. But I just want to show you what I'm talking about. These things, a lot of these are 1 to 1.5 pounds. Perfect tomato sandwiches. I also have some smaller ones, different variety. Don't ask me what they are. To be honest, I don't know. Some of these here I'm picking a little bit earlier. I've learned that some of the varieties, when they start to split, especially on the top, if I leave them out too red, they'll get a little buggy. So I've been pulling some of these a little bit early. But look at this monster. Look at that monster. That's got to be close to 2 pounds. I'm guessing 1 pound, 12 ounces is what I'm saying on that one. Oh, same thing on this one, 1.5 pounds. But this is what I'm pulling out. So this is my daily harvest. I take Kroger bags, 2 of them over to Barb like every day. I take them over to my neighbors. They're making sauce. She's making salsa. This is just crazy. This is so cool. Again, no fertilizers, just using Dirt Booster compost. And that's it. So I'm going to be heading down to the beach here in a couple days. And I thought what I should do is probably go ahead and give you an update on green shocker and talk about how you can use it and show you some of the results, because I don't know if I'll be able to get any down there in time before it actually hits the market. Now, green shocker, you can look at the website, greenshocker.com. It explains everything about it. We are releasing, I've asked Anderson's to release about 2,000 test bags. They're smaller test bags that you guys can play with. Test it on cool season, warm season, any type of grass. But it's a granular supplement. It's not necessarily a base fertilizer. Don't stop using base fertilizers. But if your lawn needs a punch, or if you have a lawn that hasn't had fertilizer in a while, or if you get a lot of rain in, you can put out a coat of this. It's very mild. Cool season guys, this is great for cool season grass. You can actually feed in the summertime, and in the fall, you can actually go out and spoon feed your lawn. For us Bermuda guys in the fall, the nice thing about this is there's no residual feeding. So instead of putting something down and being worried about a cold front moving in, putting down a fertilizer that's going to feed for 4 to 8 weeks, this is instant. It goes right in and feeds right away. But let me show you the 2 testing stripes that are the most impressive for me. So I will tell you that you can see them from here probably. If you have a lawn that has not had a lot of fertilizer, you're going to get more impact from this. I was on the phone talking to one of the guys at Anderson's, and they were talking about that same thing with a lot of golf courses. That if you're already fertilizing heavy, you'll just get a very mild. But if you have a lawn like Barb's that hasn't had a lot of fertilizer, you've got to see this result. So these are the 2 testing stripes here. Now, I came out 2 weeks ago and put down a line, and then we watered the whole area, not just the stripes. Then I came out this past week and I put down a second treatment, and look at those lines. Is that incredible? Now, these lines are actually twice as dark, twice as thick, and about an inch taller than the grass that's surrounding them. But again, we're getting ready to cut this. And these areas right here, look at how lush and green those are. They're dark, they're lush, they're green, nice and full, and they're about almost an inch taller than that grass over there. And so you're not confused, green shocker is not available yet. Around September 1st, Anderson's will release about 2,000 small testing bags. You guys can play with it, give us some feedback on different types of lawns. It's just a really cool product. If you're on our email list, in the description below, if you go to the web page, it'll say sign up for our email list. We only send out about 3 emails a year, and then it's also a notification whenever I do a new post. We don't market through it. I will send out an email when that green shocker is available, so you guys will get first notifications. It's just a cool product to play with. So I'm going to be headed down to the beach house. Now I'm going to be doing videos on zoysia down there, the planting we did down there. I've got drainage issues. I'll be showing you the new seamless gutters down there. I've got new tile floor in the basement being installed. I got a bunch of different little videos I'll be shooting down there. But if you have armyworms, this time of year is about the time you're going to get them. This is a pretty simple way. A coat of the double kill, spray it with another bottle, and you're pretty much done. Usually you have to do treatment sort of late August, and then again the following month you'll probably have to do one as well too. Like I said, it's a migratory issue. The moths continually come into your lawn and lay eggs. So you do a treatment, kill them off, wait about a month, do another treatment, and at the same time you're going to be killing your grubs. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you down at the beach in a little while. Talk to you later. Bye.